Happy Sunday, everybody. This is John trying a video for the first time and think it should be more efficient than sending a bunch of different images. So this week's blog article is on low back pain. So what I want to do here is just run through a list, kind of rapid fire on some things you can do if you are experiencing back pain. Some of the things I referenced in the article. I think it'll be a little easier to tie this together with the imaging and the video. So feel free to pause and rewind and run through it if you want to give it a shot. So the first thing is going to be cat dogs, and these are very straightforward. You can use this as an assessment method, or you can use it to stretch your body out a little bit. So it's very simple. It's on all fours, and you are going to round your back and tuck your chin, get a little stretch, and then you're going to arch your back and lift your chin. So you go through both of those movements, round your back, tuck your chin, and then arch your back and lift your chin. The concept there is just getting some pain-free movement. So you can assess whether or not one direction hurts. And you can also get a stretch either direction depending on how you feel. So next one is a press up or a cobra. So the more passive or conservative way is going to be lying face down with your elbows flat and your hands flat. You'll want to squeeze your butt and then lift your body up as if you're peeling off the floor. Then you come back down and repeat. So you squeeze your butt, push your upper body up, keeping your hips down. So that is the conservative. The progress method for this is still squeezing your butt, but instead your hands are under your shoulders and you'll press yourself up. All right, so this is going to be a little bit more range of motion, which is going to be more than some of you will want if your back is sore. So you have to take this depending on how your body feels. So that is a cobra. The next one is a child's pose. It's a good segue from the cobra or prone press up, is just simply sitting back and getting a nice stretch in your low back and your shoulders. So sit back as far as you can comfortably. Make sure you're breathing, reaching your hands forward, keeping your butt back as far as you can. You can even shift a little side to side. So that is child's pose. Next one is referenced from a previous article on sitting, is a half kneeling stretch. So very straightforward. You're in about a hip width apart position with your feet, and then you're going to tuck your hips under you, and then you can also, so you'll have the stretch up your thigh, you can increase the stretch by reaching the arm opposite of where the leg is down. So if my left leg is down, I'm reaching my arm to the right. So that is the half kneeling stretch. Again, rapid fire here. Next one is a figure four stretch. So what this is going to look like is lying on your back, and we're going to have me get blinded by the sun first, but it's a beautiful day, which is why I'm out here. The figure four, you're going to cross your ankle over your knee and simply assist your knee towards your opposite shoulder. So this is giving me a stretch on the outside of my right hip. So we have the kind of shin, knee moving towards your opposite shoulder. If you want more stretch, you can lift your leg up to increase that stretch. This will help with low back discomfort because you have to remember that entire area down there, your glutes, your core, your back, they're all connected, hence that lumbo-pelvic hip complex I referenced. Next exercise is going to be a pelvic tuck, and the last few movements here are going to be down on the floor where I am. So pelvic tucks are very simple. You're going to lie on your back, make sure your body is nice and snug on the floor, and you're just going to flatten your low back to the floor and then lift your low back off the floor. So flatten and then lift. You're just moving through both ranges of motion. Should be pain-free. You might feel a little stretch in the back, might feel some core activation. The next one is assessing whether you can do this or not, but it's called a heel tap. So your legs would start elevated, bring your heel down, tap the floor, come back up. Other heel, tap the floor, come back up. So this is a core exercise. It's conservative, but it will activate your core, and you want to make sure that your low back stays flat the entire time. Then we have the last two movements here. So we have glute bridges. We should all be familiar with the bridge, but it's pretty straightforward. You're going to have your low back flatten to the floor and then push your heels in and lift your hips up. So heels go down, hips go up, squeeze your glutes, pause, come back down, reset. Flatten the back, push the heels in, lift, squeeze, come down, relax. So that is a glute bridge. If that, for some reason, if that's still giving you discomfort in your low back, you can try a more isolated glute exercise where you can lie on your side with your head supported, and it is called a clamshell. So it's going to look like this. The hips open, the hips close. So you are just lifting the knee towards the sky, come back down with control, and if you do enough of these, you'll start to feel your backside kick on. Again, to wrap this video up, keep in mind when you have areas of discomfort in your low back, making sure that you're activating your core, activating your glutes, and mobilizing your hips. That'll go a long way in helping with pain.